Hi guys, it's Vanessa. I'm here today to do a splurge versus steal. I hope you're as excited as I am because it's been quite a long time coming. So this is splurge versus steal is not very dramatic. It's really good for people who like everyday makeup, who like classic colors. These to me are some classic staples in my collection that I'm very happy to find dupes for because I think every product that I mention here is a product that I can't live without, so it's kind of like the essentials. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm a little off center, sorry. Yeah, so we'll get started. So the look we have going, hopefully it's still on because I had a phone call. So I was on the phone the whole time, but it's just a very subtle like daytime smoky eye with a nice bronzy cheek and a nude lip. The eyes are super subtle. You could wear this to work. You could put a little carbon or black eyeshadow in the outer corners and then take this to night. So it's a very versatile look and it's very simple, and it's a look that I often do when I'm in a rush because it's only 2 eyeshadows. So on the low end side of my face, I guess I should start with the high end. That's what I do, right? God, it's been so long. So on the high end side of my face, I am using all on my lid, up into the crease even a little bit, is MAC's Copperplate eyeshadow. And I've mentioned this, a lot of people mention this on YouTube. Copperplate is a great eyeshadow. It's a nice staple because if you can see, it's this like slaty brown. It's kind of like a gray and a brown. It could go either way. And it's just a really nice color. And there it is right there. And it even kind of has like a little purple to it. It's just a really pretty color and it goes great in the crease, on the lid, and it's so versatile. It's a must-have. But I have a color that I've been using a lot that to me is very similar on the low end side of my face, and that is the brown side of this L'Oreal Wear Infinite Studio Secrets Duo in 842 Classic Khakis. Now this duo, I don't see it that much in stores. I have still seen it in stores. Sometimes it's in different packaging. Sometimes it's not in stores, but it is available online, so have no fear. And even online, even with shipping, it's going to come out cheaper than the splurge side. So that's the shadow right there. So you can see it's that same kind of like gray brown color, like Copperplate. I think Copperplate is a little more cool toned when you compare them side to side. Let me see if I can get that going here. Hopefully this is in frame because I'm so blind I can't see. But the Copperplate is a little more cool toned than this color here in the khaki, what is this called? The Classic Khaki Duo. However, on the eye, the exact freaking same thing, you know what I'm saying? So let's just do a swatch of that right next to it. And the funny thing is that the Classic Khaki one swatches a lot lighter. Mine is broken. A lot lighter than the Copperplate. But most of the time with Copperplate, I do it on my lid, but I also do it in the crease, and the color is very diffused. So they end up kind of like rubbing out to about the same color. I would say that the Copperplate has a little bit more of a purpley tone otherwise. On the actual lid, as you can see, they're very similar, and I think a total dupe for each other. Very, you know, either or for me. If I don't have one, I reach for the other, and I don't feel like I'm compromising my look. So I just realized that I missed a step. So before I put any eyeshadow on, I primed my eyes, and on the high end side of my face, I used Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Eden. I have a little sample of it, and this is, you know, Primer Potion is a cult classic. It's just an eyeshadow primer. It's going to prevent your shadows from creasing and all that good stuff. And it works really well, except that, you know, the old packaging that was horrendous. Now they switched to packaging and it still has problems, whatever. So it's very like love-hate on YouTube. But on the low end side of my face, what I used was this Ruby Kisses eyeshadow magic primer. Very similar packaging, I would say. I wonder where they got their idea from. So this is more like the original Urban Decay Primer Potion. I personally just didn't have any of the original, which is why I used the Eden. But otherwise, it's very similar. It comes with a doe foot applicator. The exact same problematic packaging. That's my only con with this product. And I'll put some on my hand, even though these aren't exactly comparable, just so you can see. Them side by side. So yeah, this Urban Decay, the Eden one, is meant to be a, you know, matte and have a little more color, and this just kind of rubs out to nothing. So there is differences in these specific ones, but like I said, the original Urban Decay Primer Potion and this one are very identical, and I think this one is under $5. So if you're really into Urban Decay, maybe you want some backups but you don't want to shell out the money, this is a very, very comparable alternative for you. So moving it forward again, sorry about that, back to the other eyeshadow that I used. On the high end side of my face, I used MAC's Shroom. And Shroom is a great classic color. It's one of those colors, and kind of Copperplate is as well. A color you're going to see at the store 1,000 times and pass up, but then the moment you buy it, you're going to be like, why didn't I get this sooner? It's just a really nice, pretty highlight. It's very simple. Depending your skin tone, I should say, it could work out, but I feel like it works with most skin tones. It's just really nice, and then it just provides like a sheen, not super shiny like some shadows. I don't know if you're going to be picking that up, but it's like just when the light hits it, you get a gleam, versus with some of them, it's like frosty. This one is more of like a satin finish, and it's really nice. So on the low end side of my face, I'm using the other side of the Classic Khaki Duo, and this to me is very similar to Shroom in the sense that you get the sheen without the drama. This color is much warmer when swatched, much warmer than the Shroom. But on the eye, I think you get a pretty similar effect. Most of the time, you're not going to be wearing two different, you know, a Splurge and a Steal. So if you were trying to recreate a look using Shroom, you could definitely use this and nobody would be the wiser. So that's what we like here. And again, the whole price of two of these shadows is cheaper than it is to buy two MAC shadows, even in pan form. And even though you can probably only get this online, the shipping is still comes out cheaper US wise to get this duo than the two MAC shadows. So we like that. And then for my liner is my Splurge recommendation, and it's this Buxom Insider eyeliner, and it's in the color Chocolate Citrine. Now this eyeliner is intended to be a long wearing eyeliner to do the rimming of the eyes with, but I always just use it as a standard eyeliner that doesn't flake, that lasts well, that doesn't really fade. And I love this chocolatey citrine color, especially with this look, because much like Copperplate and the classic khaki brown saddle a gray and a brown, this saddle's like a brown and a black. So you get your drama, but you're a little more subtle, a little more daytime. And I love this. I use it day and night. It's my favorite eyeliner in the waterline and out. And today I just did the top liner with it, and I really like it. So then for mascara, on the high end side of my face, I used the Chanel, and I always butcher this one, so I'll probably do it again. Inimitable mascara, and this mascara is not cheap, but I do really like it. I like it for a very downplayed sultriness. I feel like it really extends the lash very nice. It defines them and extends them. It doesn't give you crazy volume, but otherwise I really like it. And this is what the wand looks like. It's just a plastic bristles that they're kind of tapered at the top, and then they fan out. So I really like this for length and definition and like a nice everyday look. So on the low end side of my face, mascara that to me gives me very similar results is the Maybelline One Volume Express. And I really like this mascara, and I know a lot of people don't, but I personally tend to love this mascara, especially for everyday. It's one of my most used mascaras. This wand is a little different. It is tapered, but then it kind of bulbs out. So it's a little bit fatter than the Chanel one. And even though the Chanel one and this one, the designs are different, something about the formulation on my personal lashes just gives me a almost mirror image effect. So to me, these are either or. And then on the lashes, which I didn't do yet because I wanted to do it on camera, is my Steal recommendation that is also kind of a dupe. It is a dupe, and it's this mascara that I bought from Forever 21 for like $3, I want to say. And this mascara is a dupe for the Givenchy one with the little spike ball. And here's the funny thing is this is how it came, and then this cap got loose, and underneath was just like super imitation Givenchy. Isn't that Très Très Déclassé? I know. Knockoffs, really bad, but what can you do? So anyways, this is what the wand looks like. It's long, kind of like the, I think it was L'Oreal Explosion or Telescopic or something. And then it has that little spike ball like the Givenchy. So what I've been doing with this in the spirit of, oh my God, they're falsies, which is Benefits They're Real. That my sister calls it, oh my God, they're falsies. Anyways, Benefits You're Real mascara. I've been using this after whatever mascara I put on, and I just run it through for added volume. And hopefully it doesn't clump because I've had this other mascara on and it's dried. Yeah, so it's kind of clumping now. But normally I would do this when my mascara is not dry, is not set. Because this mascara can be clumpy. However, I'm doing a horrible job demonstrating how awesome this normally is. When you do it with, when you do that trick with the mascara freshly applied, it just adds a total level of volume and sexiness, and people will be like, are those real? And it's totally just like Benefits They're Real. So for like $3, it's worth trying at Forever 21. And so then on my cheeks, moving on the high end side of my face, I used another staple of mine, the Chanel Bronze Universal. I love this thing. I'm finally seeing pan after like 2 years of owning this and using it all the time and using it on other people. I just could not get to the bottom of it. So it's definitely worth the investment if you ask me. Finally at the bottom, used that just kind of like lightly dusted in the E and 3 motion on my face. Love this stuff, but it's pretty pricey. And the dupe that I found, I have a whole video, it's an older video, but I have a video on it if you want to know a little bit more about it, is MAC's Cream Color Base in Mid-tone Sepia. I always say that wrong. Somebody will correct me, so yeah. And this is what this looks like. And this looks much darker. And actually, I forgot to swatch this, so I'll do the swatches right now. This looks much darker than the Chanel, and when it's swatched it looks much darker than the Chanel, but with a light hand and with the right brush, they give the exact on my skin tone like look. Whoops. Alright, so I did it in the worst place ever, of course. So here's the Bronze Universal right here, and you can see it's a little bit lighter and orangier. And here's the mid-tone color, and that one is a little darker. But again, when you sheer them out and then with the right brush, you get a very similar effect. And the reason that I really like this is I love this. I love it. But this is kind of big to just toss in a purse. I've done it before. But I normally will just take this in my purse, you know, for touch-ups on the go, if I'm doing makeup on the go, if I'm traveling and I don't have the space for this, this can always come with me. If this mid-tone color is not the one for you, the good thing about the Cream Color Base is there's a couple in this kind of skin tone range. So you can find one that will give you the effect for your skin tone. And even though these aren't, you know, MAC is not the cheapest company, definitely cheaper than Chanel. So we like that. And you know what else we like? We like putting on our glasses, and we're going to do a little glasses dance because it's my favorite part of the Splurge versus Steal is when I can see. Oh, hello world. Welcome. I dropped something. Oh, I don't need that. Welcome. All right, so now we're winding up. It's the home stretch. I hope you stuck with me. Oh, I forgot another cheek product that I didn't talk about. So on the high-end side, we did MAC's Sunbasque. This is a staple for me. I love this. It looks excellent on any and every skin tone, from lights to dark. You will love this blush. I guarantee it. It's just beautiful. It gives you a nice kind of glowy sun-kissed look, and you get that shine with it, so you don't even really need a highlighter, especially on tan skin. It's going to do all the highlighting, all the sculpting for you. I love it. And I will do a swatch. There's the swatch right there. Ugh, so beautiful. I love, love, love this color. So on the low end side of my face, the dupe for it is this NYC Sun to Sun bronzing powder. And it's, yeah, Sun to Sun bronzing powder in the number 718A Bronze Mist. And this is oil absorbing, fragrance free, sort of like duo bronzer. But when you swirl the colors together, the end result is very similar to Sunbasque, as you can see. And I'll do it right here. So on the swatch, this one is the bronzer, and it comes out looking a tinge darker. But as you can see on the cheeks, when you blush it out or buff it out, you get pretty much the exact same color. So that's a really fantastic one because these, I believe, are very inexpensive. So I was really happy to find a dupe for Sunbasque because I love this blush, and I could definitely see myself going through this very quickly. So yes, winding up for real now on the lips, another staple of mine that I absolutely love, I'm wearing on the high-end side of my face, and it is probably one of like 3 nude lipsticks that I like on me, and it is MAC's Freckletone Down to the Nub. This is probably like, I swear, like my second or third MAC lipstick I ever bought ever, but I love this color. It's a beautiful nude because it has a little bit of like an orangey coral kind of look to it. It's not a complete pantyhose nude. It's got a little bit of tint to it, so it's kind of like tawny maybe. I'm really bad at describing colors, but since it's not, you know, just concealer nude, it gives your lip a little bit of life so you don't look like a corpse, and I really love it. It has a lot of shine because it's a luster, I believe. Yeah. And it's a really pretty color. It comes out a lot with collections. It's just a very nice universal color. It looks good on a lot of skin tones. So the dupe that I was very happy to see is very similar to it is this Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in 117 Almost Nude. And it's a gorgeous color, and I found myself wearing this all the time, and I was like, why do I wear this so much? Oh, could it be because it reminds you of your favorite lipstick ever? So this one comes out looking a little more opaque, like a little darker than the Freckletone when swatched. But again, on the lips, it's so subtle of a difference. I think that this one, like I said, it's a cream finish. So, I mean, it's super lustrous, so it still has the shine, but the cream finish kind of makes it a little more opaque than the MAC one is, which I kind of like that. But they both have that same kind of orangey coral rosiness to it. They go great with all these other crazy kooky staples on my hand, and I love them. So there you go, kind of a long Splurge versus Steal. I tried to condense it. I hope I didn't talk too fast, but these are truly some of my staple items that I was so excited to find dupes for, and I hope you guys are as happy as I am that Splurge versus Steal is back. So I'm gonna try really hard to crank out another one of these. I always say that, but yeah, stay tuned. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love y'all. Bye.